Chris Sewall here, host of Collector Investor Podcast, in that order, the podcast where we talk about all things sports cards and everything related to the sports card hobby.
Need to bring more energy, bro. This is really just two friends talking about the hobby we love.
Fine. We talked about this, but all right. Chris Sewall here, Collector Investor Podcast host. I am your fantastic host. This guy's also here, Jeremy Donson. Chris Sewall and Jeremy Donson, in that order.
I think we need to work on that order, bro. I think it should be
right.
Snowman, Texas Snowman, and then Chris.
I think the order's fine. What up, everybody? So glad you're here. It's Coolio with the flow back in your ear. Chris Sewall and Texas Snowman. What's going on? Your co-hosts of Collector Investor Podcast. What's up?
So very gangster.
Yeah, for sure. We actually have a lot. We have a lot to talk about. So we're going to talk about COMC a little bit. Apparently, we were too loose on them a few weeks back, but I love them though. So yeah, and then we'll do our standard viewer questions and our draft of the day. So that's what's on the agenda for today. Did I miss anything? I think that's everything.
I think that's everything. Yeah, I think so.
You have a couple big items. The CIA auction ended last night, and also you had the Dallas Card Show this past weekend. So you've got a lot to fill us in on. Catch us up.
Amazing Dallas Card Show.
Yeah,
really good.
That's some great insight. Really good. Okay.
You want me to give it to you now?
Yeah.
My bad. Went a little over the head there. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, just show some goodies we got at the Dallas Card Show. These stickers are not mine. They were from the seller, but there's a Lou Alcindor Rook and a Foe.
These are these are consignments for CIA?
This part I'm showing was just buys.
Oh, okay.
The consignments are not next to me at this time, so can't really show those at the moment. Kyler, Downtown 10. We got a few of these, actually. A couple more on consignment, including a black auto. That's a great card. It's got to go back to PSA, though. Man, these headliners are getting more and more popular, man. There's a headliner Wimby.
Is that the next, kaboom insert that blows up?
Alter egos, headliners, they're very popular. Yeah. I'd say alter egos, I think, is hotter, but that's an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Cooper Flag. I'm curious, Flag and Knopel, man, those two guys are just both so good. There's a nice Gretz Rook. It's actually a really respectable 6.5 Beckett too. It's a borderlining on regrade category, honestly. It's a little too off center, I think. Nice West Rook and a 7.
Killer.
Likey. So that was interesting. A gentleman came up to my table, and he had a plethora of just killer modern and one vintage card.
Okay, and it was the Jerry West?
Yeah, and that was our friend who you were on the phone with when I was talking, who's going to be a guest appearance soon. We'll keep that a secret until he comes on. Iconic, right? Magic.
Yep, of course.
Magic Bird. So I'll go a little faster through here. So we got Jim Brown Rook. I think it's a 2. Yeah, 2. Then we got some more modern stuff. There's a nice Steph Auto.
Oof.
Nice card. Yeah, really nice card. Then we got Giannis. Sick patch. Auto. Like it. Flawless. Elijah. Love that patch, man. Patch
nice.
Is awesome. Cade Cunningham auto. That's a 9/9, unfortunately, but it's still nice. This actually was my favorite card. Maybe the West, but this, I love how these look. The refractors are just so sweet looking, right? Probably looks crappy in this because the reflection and stuff. But dude, the refractor's just awesome. Can't go wrong with a Jordan Rook.
Rook. Sticker.
And then you're going to like this part. So I got 2 of these.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yep. I'm probably going to PC one of them.
Yeah.
And then this one.
Nice. Yeah.
So anyway, some goodies. Now, here's the big boys we got. So Really excited about this. These are off to get wrapped and then coming right back.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. I assume that's something related to Otani.
So this is Otani's Japanese rookie box.
Okay.
Big box. Yeah, big box. 2013. This is the second edition. Second one.
Is that the
we
good
have, one? No, the first one's better.
Okay.
We have 2 of them. And then we have this one. Oh, it's upside down. There we go.
The upside down variation.
The first one, dude. This box has gone up. I mean, just like everything else Otani has, but the value of this box is just staggering. Like, I mean, it's well. All 3 of them are in the 5 figures, but that one's well into the 5 figures.
Okay.
So those are going to be freshly sent out to BBCE to get wrapped. Yeah, freshly.
Yeah.
So
I would.
I'm going to send those out like today. Get them wrapped up. I was stoked about that. So
you gonna open them or what?
Oh God!
Like how many Otanis would you get on average in a box? Like will you probably get one?
I cannot in confidence say because I haven't done the research. Like literally, we had the DCS show, and it's Monday morning, and it was Thursday through Sunday, so I haven't even had time to look into it. So I want to say there's definitely Otanis in each box, but I can't say that definitively because I didn't look it up. But I'm pretty sure there's an Otani in each box. But there's certain Otanis that are in the first box that are not in the second. So that's one of the reasons why it's more money. But anyway, so I would assume there's Otanis in each one of those boxes, but I don't know for sure. I'm going to do some homework and find out because we're going to do a write-up on it. So we'll have all that juicy info that's accurate and researched and everything in there when we do the listing.
So was the show like how busy was the show compared to previous Dallas shows?
Oh man, Thursday, Friday, Saturday was pure insanity. Sunday was quite slow. Oh, okay. Yeah. But the interesting thing, so there were several people. Several people were there Thursday, Friday, hopped on a plane, flew to Chicago Spectacular Friday night, early Saturday morning, did the Chicago show. Now, a lot of those people were repackers. They tapped out everything they want. They go bail to Chicago. They hopefully tackle whatever's left from other buyers there at the Chicago show. But man, these guys are so just aggressively buying, like aggressive. You know what I mean? Like this guy came up to my table, and he had a plethora of good stuff, and some of it was high end. Some of it was high 3-figure cards, and some of it was like $20 to $200 cards. And the percentage he was wanting originally was 90% for everything. Well, there's some things in there that I'd pay 90% for. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to pay 90% for a $60 card. Let's say a $50 card. I'm not going to pay $45 for a $50 card. You know what I'm saying? I'm just never going to do that unless it's just a really awesome card and it probably would go over retail and CIA or something, maybe that. But anyway, so but repackers will,
but not for everything either. They don't buy everything. They buy very specific stuff.
That's true. Yeah. Repackers will with an asterisk, and when I say will, I mean I don't mean definitively like they will always pay you 90 on everything. That's not true. They decline things all the time because they don't really want them in repacks. You know what I mean? They certainly don't buy it all. But my point is they will pay 90% for some things that
you can't pay 90%.
Just in general wouldn't really want to pay 90% for, and largely would not pay 90% for. Some dealers would because they want the inventory, but most dealers I know would not pay that.
Right.
Definitely. You know what I mean? So repackers certainly do not buy everything. There's a lot of things they pass on. I have a good friend that's a repacker, and there's certain things he's like, oh yeah, I never buy that, I never buy that, I never buy that. There's like a plethora of things, and there's other things that they might only pay 85% on, or maybe even 80 or something, right? So it's not exact science in what they do, but the meat and potatoes of that is that they aggressively buy every show all the time. Like, I mean, just I get guys coming up to me and wanting me to let them know if there's something that I don't want. You know what I mean? And I'm like, sure, yeah. I mean, happy, sure, yeah, no problem.
What I've noticed is repackers, they pay incredibly strong, but they're generally buying the stuff everybody wants. The hottest inserts, the hottest.
That's safe to say.
Kobe, Kobe, Jordan, all the top players, or the top rookies of the last few years.
Yeah.
But if you have a stack of 100 cards, they're not going to pay 90% across the board.
I would largely agree with that. Yes, I would largely agree with that. I have a lot of experience with repackers, and I would say that's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like, you and I both know every deal is different. I mean, you and I did hundreds of deals in our long-term friendship and partnership. And can you name one that was exactly the same as another? I can't.
Yeah, no, deal number 37 was identical to 84.
You stop it. It was not.
I have the list right here. They were the same.
Yeah. They were the same deal. Okay.
Same deal. Okay.
That's good.
All right. Should we jump into the news? Do you want to say anything about the CIA auction, which ended last night? It seemed like it did very well.
Oh man, yes. So, viewers, please share what you saw or what you noticed or what you liked about it, your favorite card, whatever. Like, I Chris and I would love to hear more about what you guys think and how you enjoyed it, and like, what was your number one favorite card in the auction that was in the March auction? Whatever nugget of something that happened that maybe we don't know about. Like, I was watching and bidding on 25 items, and I was duking it out for half an hour with somebody, and I was victorious. I love stories like that, because I love stories like that.
Yeah.
But I would say, dude, it was massively active in the extended bidding, massively active. Like, I mean, they were duking it out hard, bro, hard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and two guys went at it for a long time.
On what card?
So we had 3 really, really high grade wrestling sets, 82, 83, 83 wrestling sets, Series 83A, Series A, 83, Series B, and then 82. And we had sent the Hulk Hogan in for a consigner, and it popped an 8, and he was ecstatic. So, because that's like a $8,000 card now or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's in it for pennies way back in the day, helping a friend out with some money. He needed help. He's like, I'll mercy buy these 3 sets, back in the 80s. I think he said he bought it in the 80s. And sure enough, his kindness was rewarded. You reap what you sow, right? And $8,000 card after it got graded an 8. He was like, oh my God, it's awesome. But anyway, so he had these 3 really high grade sets, just really high grade. And we decided to leave the 2 sets raw, and we wanted to grade the Hulk in the 82 set. And so we did. And these 2 bidders were just duking it out hard, man, on the 283 sets. And it lasted a long time. I don't remember exactly what time the bidding stopped on them, but it was around 10:30 p.m., 10:30, maybe 10:45 or something.
Yeah.
And that goes in your order, as you know. So these were 1983, so they lasted from middle of the auction to they were the very last items that sold in auction, and the auction started at 8 Central, right? So the bidding probably lasted about an hour or more. Like, let's just say an hour. I don't know, roughly an hour. That's a lot of bidding back and forth, man.
Well, and for those who don't know, if once it's gone into extended time, if somebody puts in a bid, it gets extended 10 more minutes, right? And then so So, and then if nobody puts in a bid in the next 10 minutes, it ends. But if with 1 second left, somebody puts in a bid, then 10 more minutes are added, right? And so that can, in theory, go on forever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, obviously never goes on forever. But to go on to 10, it went to 10:30 at night, which is that's about as late as it's gone.
It might have even been more like 10:45, even 10:40. But yeah, it was around 10:30, 10:45, man. And that wasn't like the last lot. That was like roughly middle of the auction, little past middle of the auction or something. So I think it was over an hour that they were bidding on this thing. Yeah, it was pretty fun to watch. I was like, dude, that's still up. So my our consignor rather texted me, and he's like, I can't take it anymore. I got to go to sleep. I'll wake up and see what they sold for. I can't take it.
I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah, so he did. He went to sleep. He went to bed, and he woke up. And I haven't checked my phone yet, but I'm sure he probably texted. But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, ton of nice stuff in the auction, and just went ham at the end. Especially, it was really fun auction.
Oh, very cool. I was trying to remember this. I can't remember the details, but many years ago, I want to say like more 8-ish years ago, and I can't even remember the auction. It might have been Huggins and Scott, or it might have been REA or something. But I was bidding in an auction and they had that but except it wasn't 10 minutes, it was 30 minutes. So the extended minute time would be 30 minutes if somebody bid. And it was me and one other guy bidding on this huge lot of stuff. I don't know or one other person, it might have been a woman, but we were bidding on this huge lot of stuff. And both of us had the same strategy: wait till like 29.5 minutes and then put in a bid. Hopefully the other person would
you would outweigh.
Yeah, I can't let them. But we were both like, and it went to like 4 a.m. And I ultimately lost. I gave up.
Way to stick it through till 4 though, dude.
It was pretty brutal. It was the last lot. It was the last lot in the auction. Everything else had closed like hours earlier.
That is a very popular strategy. I'm gonna annoy the other guy.
Yeah. Way to do it.
That's funny,
out annoy the other guy.
That's exactly what they were doing on those, and there was a lot of duking it out on some 52 tops. We had a few 52 tops PSA 8s also, and some of these things went really amazing prices too, and they were duking it out on that too, man. So it was just really fun to watch them do that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Should we get to the news? We get to the news of the day. We've got a couple news items here. So apparently we talked about COMC like a month ago, and we got crushed in the comments for being too soft on them. I don't quite remember this. That I don't. But apparently there's enough comments there to support Theo's point that we were too soft. So it sounds like they have.
Well, they've also gotten worse,
and they've gotten worse in the last month. What have they exactly they done? They've doubled their cost to ship. That's right. That's right.
That is correct. Yeah.
And there was some customer service thing that they were like, hey, we're too far behind on customer service, so if you have a complaint, try again.
Dude, yeah, isn't that? Oh.
And Theo, if I'm getting that wrong, correct me. But those are basically the two recent news events of COMC. I mean, you don't use them, right?
I do.
Do you use them regularly?
So short answer is I haven't sent them a card in quite a long time, but I used to use them, and I still have quite a few cards there. I wanted to take them out, but I'm like, gosh, with the nightmare, maybe I'll just. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. So it's not fun situation. Like it's like I trusted COMC, and now I feel like my cards are kind of being held hostage or pay me a lot of money that I don't want to pay. It's super messed up what they're doing. Super messed up.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like I'm in a position where I want my cards back, but I don't want to have to do what's going to happen to get them back. And who knows when I'm actually going to see it.
Yeah, no, I can't really defend them here. I'm a huge fan of them. They're a big part of my business, but yeah, that's getting a little out of hand. So summary, COMC is doing bad.
Summary, COMC is in some serious trouble.
Some serious trouble. Hopefully, I need them to survive. I want them to survive. I have a full interest in them surviving. So I hope they do. I hope they figure it out. But yeah.
Well, time will tell, my friends.
Yeah.
Time will tell. All right, let's move on.
Questions of the day.
Yes, questions of the day. Yeah. RJ collects sets 1839. Man, you are seasoned. Right on. All right. Dave and Shrek hung out with us at the Philly show and meet and greet last Saturday. Good to spend time with them. My question for you is whether or not grading companies should stop giving numerical grades on cards. Why don't grading companies simply list all the flaws in a card and print that on a tag at the top? No reason to give it a numerical grade. Then every collector who looks at the card could determine how it looks in their opinion and will still have the information regarding any defects in the card. And then the only variable to determine price is what someone is willing to pay for a card without some absolutely bogus subjective numbers slapped on for added confusion. Your thoughts? Well, my thoughts are everybody has an opinion, rightfully so, and everybody's opinion's fine, but there's if you look at how much variance there is in the experts that are grading this card, how much more so could you see it being if it's like, hey, let's just list what we see on the card and go from there? And I just don't see that really being a very good or even less accurate thing, I think, is what it would turn into. Yeah, I think you got to have a numerical grade. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. I liked the when you were saying just no numerical grade at all, and everything's just slabbed. That was almost like, maybe that would kind of be just to authenticate things. But no, I mean, first of all, adding all those notes would take a whole lot longer, and costs would go way up to get this graded. I think the number has value. I mean, it like having lived in the times before grading, I know the value of the number. It's really value. There's strong value in it compared to the way it used to be. It might feel like it's super subjective, but I think it still has a lot of value, because if two people are discussing, there needs to be a middle ground where there needs to be a third party saying, we think this. And I would say the solution is more that the grading companies need to get more accurate and more consistent, as opposed to we need to switch the whole system around, would be my thought.
100%. And the point of what I was saying is, hey, this card has a tiny nick on the top left. It has a little bit of a indent here, and it's got one corner slight flaw. Okay, well, there's too many opinions on how severe it is or what that means it should go for, or X or X or X. There's just too much uncertainty, and it's going to be too hard to buy and sell a card based on that. There really needs to be a number grade. It's a good idea. I think it's a cool idea, but I don't think it would work at all. Yeah, there's got to be a number grade.
It's an interesting thought, but I don't think it's realistic.
Thanks for the question, man. Appreciate it. Next, at binders not included. I like that name. As my handle states, I do not like binders. I feel there are more chances of damaging cards using binders. I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Even you guys have said PSA is grading. Even you guys have said PSA grading has changed grading standards in the last 5 years. So I have a twofold question to talk about. As dealers, are you starting to look at that PSA slabs differently when you are determining what you're willing to pay for a collection, old slab versus new slab, or the same card, same grade? The follow-up to that is I hear this would grade differently when it comes to mostly pre-war cards, and nothing about this T206 PSA 3 would only be a PSA 1 today. Additionally, no one says anything about SGC older black labeled slabs versus new black labels slabs, and are looking at differently price since PSA has taken most of the good ones. Okay, so good grades. So a little bit confusing how the questions are written and worded and everything, but in answer to the first part, for sure, you do have to look at how old a slab is, because the grading standard was different. So if I look at an old PSA label, I look at that label with the immediate it's not fair necessarily, but the immediate assumption of, okay, it's an old label, more than likely it's probably a little bit weaker for the grade, but maybe not. Let me look at it to see, right? And I've seen some amazing like 6s that were ancient labels that, man, gosh, is this really a 7? Like really nice ones, you know what I mean? But more times than not, I've seen them be that in today's grading standards, they would not get that high of a grade today. They would not. So would it get a lower price? Sometimes it does, because it's an older label, and fittingly, the card in the slab is really a 3, not a 4 or not a 5, whatever it's graded. So yeah, you do have to look at that.
Yeah, for sure. I look at things differently, and a lot of people do. And it's harder to sell a card in an older slab because a lot of people know that they were looser with their grading back then.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to be aware of. Like newer slabs will have a slight premium often, not always, but often, over older slabs as it goes today, because there's absolutely no question that PSA is stricter now than they were before. Regarding your second question, I think it applies to SGC too. I think SGC older slabs, I think SGC has gotten stricter as well. We don't talk about it because everyone always talks about PSA as the big bad grading company. I think SGC has also gotten stricter as well. And I would, if I had a card in an older SGC slab, it's much harder to sell. I don't know if it's for the same reason. People don't like the older slabs as much, but I think that probably plays a part. In terms of like T206s, I would push back. I think I've seen T206s in older PSA 3 labels that I think would grade a 1 today. I think that is a thing.
Yeah, I've seen it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
And I agree with you about the binders.
Yeah, for sure.
You want me to take this one? This one from legendary YouTube commenter Mookie Chilson. Question for the next week. Fellas, I'm enjoying the podcast and having a blast with the end of auction live streams. I've really been enjoying vintage non-sports cards lately, buying everything from N76 Great American from 1888 all the way through 1966 Batman cards. Have you guys observed the uptick in vintage non-sports, and do you have favorite cards or sets you like to collect, invest, and deal in? You would actually probably know better. You've semi recently had a large vintage non-sports collection that dealt in. Have you seen a notable uptick recently?
Yeah. I vintage non-sports is and has been on the rise for the last 2-3 years, I'd say. Yeah, big time. I think that is a very, very, let's see, the best way to put it. It's a market that has an ever-growing following, and the prices are reflecting that following growing, right? Especially presidential type stuff, I think, is just really doing well. Really, really, really doing well. And I have a good amount of presidential stuff that I don't want to sell yet, because I just think that it's going to go up quite a bit soon. And I'm okay to hang on to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt me to hang on to it. So I'm hanging on to a good amount of that stuff. And I think it's going to pay off. Maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, you're like, hey, Jeremy, how'd that go? Oh, yeah, I got to eat crow now. But I don't think so. I think it is going to go up more, and it has been going up, and I think it's going to continue to go up. Yeah, definitely. I noticed an uptick, and I think it's continuing, and I think it's going to, for select things like presidential, I think is going to get even more significance.
Yeah. I have the only thing I have in my PC non-sports is I've got a bunch of Star Wars stuff from 1977, so not as old as you have, Mookie, but yeah, I think it's all cool stuff. Like and actually surprising me sometimes when it's not worth more. Actually, I had a bunch of like actor cards from the 30s, and the cigarette, or maybe not cigarette cards, but like they came in like packs of tea maybe, but they're the same size as like T206s. And it's all the big names from, Clark Gable and, and they're just not worth anything. And it's, I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, there's lots of thoughts behind why, but, part of it is there's a lot of European stuff, and It's less desirable. Made a lot of it. There's a lot of it that's more higher grade. So it's I don't know. There's a lot of reasons, but it still is worth something. And I could see that stuff going up more as well. Yeah, I could see it going up more as well. But you're right. It is worth a lot less than you would think it is.
Yeah.
A lot of it. There are some very valuable ones, but for the most part, it's definitely much cheaper than you would think. Man, that's a Clark Gable, like awesome, high grade, and it's like $40.
Yeah, no,
50
like
bucks, 100
yeah,
bucks.
no, I had a Betty Davis. It was like who's the Betty Davis song. Betty Davis Eyes is a famous song from the '80s, right? She was a famous actress, and it was like a pretty sharp card, and it was like $4 from like the 30s. It's like, okay,
Insulting even.
yeah.
Thanks, Mookie. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
All right, draft of the day. So we're doing another draft this time, and the draft is: what are the greatest rookie cards of all time? Chris first, and Chris, why don't you elaborate a little bit more, defining greatest, quote unquote, because we want to make sure that both you and I and the viewers are on the same page here. That greatest does not mean most valuable. What does that mean? Question mark. So go ahead and explain what we're viewing that means.
Yeah, so Theo came up with a question, and we were asking him what do you kind of mean by greatest, because you can interpret that in a various way. Like the first thing I thought of was like 92 Upper Deck Shaquille O'Neal, where he has 3 images of him and he's going up for an awesome dunk. But that's a cheap, it's worth a couple bucks. Or I was thinking of the 87 Topps Bo Jackson. There's just like an awesome image of him running across, about to catch a fly ball, and there's like rookie future stars on the bottom. It looks really cool, but these are cheap cards. So Theo was explaining it's more in line with iconic. Iconic is not a word we want to use because that's very you can interpret that very different way. But it's more like just like a rookie card. Everyone probably wants to have in their collection. Because it's like a historically important card. Historically
important, but the way I view it is even more so than that. Not necessarily historically important as the heaviest part of it. Some percentage, yes, but more like I would commonly assume that the vast majority of collectors would want this card in their collection.
Okay,
it's popular. It's popular. It's, I know, iconic, but it is. It's popular. It's popular. It's iconic-ish.
Describe it without using the word iconic. Try, go.
It's popular.
It's popular and it's important. We got it. We're good.
It's more of a blue chip type of rookie card. Everybody wants it.
Okay.
It's easily identifiable. You can look at that card from a distance. Say, oh, yep, I know what that card is. Yeah, that's X rookie card. That level thing that you see oftentimes, because you know what I mean by everybody, but everybody loves that card. They want that card.
Yeah.
Ton of collectors really want that. It's a common thing to see in a valuable collection.
Okay. All right. So I'm going first with my draft.
You are, sir, and I guess we're doing 5 each. Is that right?
Yeah. With my number 1 pick, I am selecting 1986 Fleer, card number 57. Michael Jordan.
Of course you are.
Yeah,
of course you are.
Okay.
I was going to pick that one as my number 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1979 Wayne Gretzky.
Ooh, that was my number 3. That's pretty good. That's a good pick.
Is that the O-Peachy or Topps?
Well, I mean, I guess we got to go Peachy, right?
Yeah. Okay. Just confirming. I like it.
Okay. I'm gonna stay a little on the modern side and go 2000 Contenders Tom Brady rookie auto.
Fine choice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I'm going to have to go with 1968 Nolan Ryan. Yes.
Okay.
Topps, Theo. Topps. Okay.
Not the Venezuelan. Wait, they had a Venezuelan that year.
Yeah,
Right?
I want
They
the
had
Venezuelan. Come
They
on.
had Tops. I
The
mean,
Milton Bradley.
look, the 1968 Nolan Ryan rookie. Period.
Okay,
You know?
I'll allow it. I'll
Milton
allow it.
Bradley,
I'll allow it.
Tops, Venezuelan, whatever.
Okay. So you have what was you have Gretzky and you have Ryan
I have Gretzky and Ryan, and you have Brady,
and Jordan.
Contenders, and the Jordan. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go. This one might not have been as expected. I'm gonna stick with basketball and go 1980 Tops, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Dadgummit, that was my next choice. Sewall.
Dual rookie, the only rookie card to have both. No, that's not true. In the best two players on a rookie, two rookies on one card ever.
That was my next choice, dude. You really got to.
Oh, was it really?
Not do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you really got to not do that.
I haven't picked a baseball card yet. I got two basketball and a football.
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
1965 Tops.
Name it?
Joe Namath.
Okay.
That is correct. Yes.
All right. I got to go baseball for my 4 pick. We want to go. I think we'll go. I guess we'll go. We'll go to 1954. Should we want to go Aaron? No, we'll go 49 Leaf Jackie. 49 Leaf Jackie Robinson.
So should we? This is a fun question, right? Obviously, we're going heavy vintage here.
Mine's not. I only have one pre-1980 card so far.
Hey man, whatever.
Yeah. I'm modern, bro.
Yeah. No, 1980 is not modern, and 86 is not. I don't know. To be debated later.
Fair. It's fair.
I feel like I should really pick a more modern one, but the modern one I was thinking. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't. I can't not say. Like, I'm torn between 2 cards right now, right? I'm torn between the Aaron rookie, 54 Aaron rookie. Actually, 3 cards. And it's not necessarily which one's the best, quote unquote, because I mean, I guess it would be the 51 Bowman Mantle of the 3 that I'm considering: the 51 Mantle, the 54 Aaron, or the 89 Upper Deck Griffey, right? So it's like, define that word greatest, because I could pick any one of those 3 cards based on how I define greatest. That's what makes this so interesting and debatable and fun.
Right. Well, if you're trying to win the game, you should pick 55 Clemente, because Theo will.
I know. He's
That's how
bribable.
you'll win. Yeah, exactly.
55 Clemente is my next. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go 89 Griffey. I'm going to go
89 Griffey.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Upper deck, not tops, or because
I do not find
throw that in there.
I do not find that to be an incredibly stupid pick.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah. No, it's a good pick. 5. I was gonna. Yeah, I'm between Aaron and Mantle too. I'm gonna go with the. Is there a modern card we're not thinking, like a LeBron? Should we get the Topps Chrome LeBron?
It's a good choice. Yeah,
but
that's probably the 9th best choice you could have.
I already have 2 basketball. I'm gonna go the 54 Aaron.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 51 Mantle. I don't know. Is that number 6 for me? 5?
Oh no, yeah, you got the 51 Mantle.
I'm picking the 51 Mantle. I
got the 54 Aaron. So I got 86 Flair Jordan, 2000 Contenders Brady, the Bird Magic, the 49 Leaf Jackie, and the 54 Topps Hank Aaron. Yeah, that's my list.
Yeah, it's a good list.
You have Gretzky, 79 Gretzky, 68 Ryan, 65 Namath, 89 Griffey, and 51 Mantle. This one I feel like we should have the viewers say, but maybe let's see what Theo says.
All right, so I decided with this one I would get a third party involved. So Fanatics came out with a top 100 iconic card list.
Interesting.
I think a year ago, right?
Interesting.
So I went on that list and I just looked at the rookie cards versus, so I went down the list, wrote down all the rookie cards, and I think there'll definitely be somebody in the comments that argues for the 52 mantle as a rookie card, and I'm happy neither of you guys said that. Yes,
I can't consider that. It's not his rookie. It's his first
It's
top
not.
card. It's not his rookie though.
It's not. It's not. So I think based on that list, Chris actually had a lot of cards that were in actually the top 10. Like I said, based on just rookie by itself. The only card you guys kind of skipped over was the 61 Wilt, was actually highly ranked on the list. Based on that, Jeremy, the 68 Nolan Ryan and the 65 Namath weren't very high on the list. So I have to say Chris won based on that list.
That seems silly to me that those two would not be high on that list, right? But good. Right on, Chris. Congrats,
the Wilt's good, but I already had 2 basketball. Couldn't get 3 basketball in there.
No, I got you. 69 Kareem was pretty high, and 57 Bill Russell was high. But like you said, it's very basketball
LeBron?
heavy. It feels.
What about LeBron?
So
name the top 10. What was the top 10?
Run through the top 10 or that were rookies, or top 20 or maybe.
Okay, so the LeBron on the list was the 2003 exquisite LeBron.
Yeah. Okay. Topps Chromes.
Yeah. So it was 86 Flair Jordan, the exquisite LeBron, then the Brady card,
okay,
the O-Pee-Chee Gretzky, then the Magic Bird, the Ken Griffey Jr. was next, the Leaf Jackie, then the Wilt, then the Hank Aaron.
Aaron was ahead of Mantle.
Aaron was ahead of. Okay, so I definitely disagree with that. So it sounds like it was more like a tie instead of Chris winning, honestly.
No.
Well, I just said your Nolan Ryan and your Joe Namath weren't even in the top 20.
Nolan Ryan, Joe Namath,
they weren't even in there.
No. Joe Namath's like the Holy Grail post-war football card.
I know. By the way, Jim Brown. We didn't think of none of us said Jim Brown.
Jim Brown would be the only other one in contention, I would say there. Contender there. Yeah. Hey, that was fun. I love these. These are super fun. Super fun. And there's so many cards that we could have said too that are great. But I'll take our 5 picks each any day. I mean, they're all just great cards. Great cards.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I pretty good. I am amazed though that the Aaron was higher than the McKee Mantel. That is very surprising.
Well, that's because the 52 Mantle is the one that 52 Mantle is obviously the number 1 card, and then
Well, not on the rookie list though, right? It's the rookie.
Well, I don't know if his list was rookies only.
It was rookies only, right?
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was rookies only.
Okay.
No, I looked at the top 100 most iconic cards of all time.
Oh, it was.
I only did the rookies, right? And that's correct. The 52 Mantle was high, but the 51 Mantle was below the 54 Aaron, which I actually agree with. If I talk to a majority of my collecting friends, they want the 54 Hank Aaron a lot of times over the 51 Mantle. I feel it's more of an iconic rookie card in the hobby personally, but it's close.
I think it's
I think it's basically a tie. I mean, because to your point, the Aaron, there's 2 awesome juicy. I mean, really, you could argue 3. Juicy Mantles to choose from there. Not necessarily rookie cards, but just iconic. 51, 2, and 3, right?
Yeah.
But with the Aaron, man, it's all about that 54. So
that's true. Yeah.
I could get behind that. I could actually get behind the Aaron edging out the Mantle, and from that regard, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Well, dude, thanks for a fun podcast, my friend. Appreciate it.
Man. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. And I will see you next time.
Later, loser. Bye.
Thanks for watching this episode. What the hell?
We don't have all day, Jeremy. Come on.
I know. I'm working up the greatness inside of me. It's coming. Such impatience. Gosh, for those of you who know Theo, give him a hard time for me. Please. Thank you. Thank you for watching this episode of Collector Investor Podcast. Texas Snowman and Chris Sewall in that order. Feel free to check out the description below to see how to reach out to us directly and our other social media platforms and the auction house. See you next time.